Hello and welcome to In the Black, a brand new story using the Fablecraft world and system. So if you see our adventures in Mythos and you're interested in running a game of your own, we'll be showcasing some of the tools available at your disposal today. And we've had such a good time with just how easy it is to use and how easy it is to tell a story with this system. So without further ado, let's introduce our characters and the world that we'll be adventuring in today. Everyone, you find yourselves in serenity of the camp that you live in. You all work at Familiar Flavors, a familiar food company, a subdivision of Familiar Foods LLC that provides snacks, food, and other delights for familiars for all mages of all kinds. The camp you live on is technically company property. Your lodgings are provided for by the company, but the company hasn't been doing so well lately. And thus it is that your dwellings are maybe not as good as they used to be. Because they can't afford repairs on the original longhouses that you were each assigned when you took out a contract with the company, instead you've been put up in caravans that have been rolled in temporarily while they try to get the funding together to renovate the main lodgings and main facilities for your use. Each of you has been assigned your own caravan, which you have strategically kind of placed around a central bonfire. And you have been roughing it for a few weeks now. What are you doing when the Foreman comes to your campfire?
I'm not doing anything too grand or exciting, really. Chyrre Carpenter is kind of leaning up against their wagon, and I have on a simple tunic. My hair is a little unkempt, and sort of the veins of gem that glisten in my skin are kind of just like catching that like evening light as I am juggling. I think like maybe like three, there's just like three sticks that I found like, you know, in the grass somewhere, and kind of just like whistling. And every so often just like trying like a new, like I'll throw one up like really high and then juggle the other two very quickly and like catch that, and kind of just doing like a little boredom performance that I'm entertaining myself, I guess.
Yeah, the Foreman Maz comes over to you and kind of takes another stick from the ground that maybe you've discarded and pokes at the fire absentmindedly. His hair is immaculately manicured as always, but you do notice he's not wearing his company uniform, which means one of probably a few things. Sometimes he doesn't wear his company uniform if he's not scheduled for a shift for the day. And sometimes he doesn't wear it if he's going out to conduct company business in the market nearby.
Interesting. I'll keep an eye on the Foreman while that's happening.
Mm-hmm. Nearby, we see Sprig. Sprig, what do you look like and what are you doing?
Sprig is about average height, slightly taller. He has two braids coming down the top of his head, brown skin. He's standing probably a little bit by himself, kind of gazing off in the distance. It looks like he's pondering in really deep thought about something really serious, but in his head, he's saying to himself, I wonder if I can make that jump. Yeah, no, I probably could. They would even know I was going. They probably would. I probably shouldn't go, but I could make that jump. And he's very much in his own world.
Is he thinking of making the jump over the fire?
Yes.
Amazing.
Yes.
Over Sprig's shoulder, we see Adair. Adair, we're going to say that you've been around Sprig enough that you probably know that he's contemplating jumping over the fire. And you've already done the math to realize that's not a good idea. What does Adair look like and what are they doing?
So Adair is a bit older than the other two, or actually pretty much everyone at this at this location. She has a dark blue band across her forehead that brightens up as it goes down her face. She has tattoos down her arms, but they're very muscular. She's really strong, and her hands are very, very calloused. Her hair is cropped short and sort of fades to gray, and she has crow's feet in the corners of her eyes. And she has a grass-woven cloak that is the sign of Longstriders. Very, very nimbly and dexterously sewing a repair on a uniform. And as soon as she sees what Sprig is contemplating, sets it aside, stands up, walks over, stands in front of him, hands on hips, not even saying anything, just stands there and sort of glares.
Sprig will notice this and then not move, but then like slightly tilt his head to like look past her and look at the fire still, but not moving physically.
Kind of blocking.
Yeah, just
blocking the view, trying to out of sight, out of mind.
As this gets my attention as I look from the foreman over to this kind of like shuffle that's happening, and I would love to kind of get into a position where I'm over Adair's shoulder and behind the fire, and like with my like juggling stick, kind of like nod to Sprig, like, do it, do it.
So, Adair was wearing glasses, a pair of glasses, as she was sewing. And may I catch your reflection in my glasses?
Ooh.
Let's roll for it. So,
Okay.
yeah. We're gonna have you roll for, let's see, perception. And this will be a normal difficulty.
Oh man, bright future for us.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Yeah, the reflection you catch in your glasses is the foreman, actually. He distracts you a little bit because as you're noticing Chyrre's movement in your peripheral vision, and you notice that they're making some gesture, you are instead immediately sort of distracted by Maz, who appears to look very concerned or distraught. And while you are focused on this, Chyrre, you successfully relay the message to Sprig that he should definitely try jumping over the fire because he could definitely make that jump.
And with this, Sprig takes this not only as a push, but as a challenge due to knowing their relationship prior being a little bit of a push and pull friendship. And Sprig will attempt to valiantly jump over this campfire.
Oh my gosh. Amazing.
Fantastic. Okay,
Yeah, let's do
so
it.
we're gonna have you roll. I think this would be agility. And I'm sorry, this is a very big fire. So it's gonna be a little
Great.
difficult.
Great.
There.
Oh, I can't
Through the
wait.
request.
Let's go. Come on, baby. Big money.
Oh.
Well, it could have been worse.
Yes. You got one success. You needed two. Thankfully, it wasn't an epic failure because you didn't have,
Right.
As you are studying the look in Maz's eyes, Adair, Sprig takes advantage of your moment of distraction, swiftly ducks past you, and leaps over the flames. Mid-leap, the fire that is actively being kind of like tended to by Maz a particularly large log that we see in the image here kind of snaps, finally giving way to the burning in between. And as it does, a very large lick of flame bursts up. As it does, it catches your bottom, Sprig, and this throws off your whole form. Where before you were gliding like an athlete, an Olympian over the fire, as soon as the flames touch your bottom, your form immediately drops. And instead you land unceremoniously, clattering over the pot that is placed above the fire and landing in the embers on the other side.
Adair turns and goes, I warned you.
Hot. I had it. Oh, that's hot. That's hot. Oh, no one saw that. Oh, no.
Chyrre is howling.
Shut up.
You take 6 fire damage.
Ow. Hot. It's so hot. Why did I do this? Why?
Man, Sprig, why did you do that?
Oh, I'm gonna get it next time. I'm gonna get it next time.
I'll grab like a cup of water and just kind of like hand it over to Sprig.
Thanks. I didn't need this though. Thank you.
Yeah. I held up my hand to like pull you up.
Fine. I could have made it.
You know, I believe in you, Sprig. In fact, I think second time's a charm. From this side, it might be easier. What do you think?
This is one of your games. This is one of your little tricks.
No, it's too late in the day for that. I'm tired. It's not tricks. I don't have energy to be dishonest.
And that's how.
From this, the log already fell. The flame already went up. I think you could clear it. I'm not saying you do. I'm just saying I think you could probably clear it from this side, and it would probably make you look a lot cooler. You'd probably, that was embarrassing. That would kind of, make you seem a little bit like a hero. But each to their own. Each to their own.
You're funny. You know that.
Thank you.
You are very funny. And you know what? I would do it. I don't feel like it right now. It's really hot. It's really hot fire. It's really hot. You could try it.
No, I wouldn't want to, because if you didn't do it and then I cleared it, it would be embarrassing. And as your friend, I would never put you in that position. I couldn't do that to you.
So you're just looking out for me, right? Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for always having my back.
I pat you on the shoulder. Always.
Another girl, a wave maker, who also works in the same part of the familiar flavors lab that you do, comes sauntering out of one of the caravans. She's much smaller than the rest of you and quite a bit younger too. And her name is Locust. As she comes down the creaky steps of her own little wagon, she kind of looks out at all of you and is like, what is all that noise?
Man.
It sounds like someone fell in the fire.
No. That's not. No, not at all. That's why there was actually.
I'm sure no one is making a fool of themselves by falling in the fire out here.
No, of course not. It's not in our.
And I just glare pointedly.
Hey!
At the overturned pot and the scorch marks.
Yeah.
And then I go over and I start packing up my sewing.
Following your gaze, Locust sees now the upended pot, and her face falls as she says, "Oh, I spent so long peeling the carrots for that stew, and it's on the floor now. What are we gonna eat?
Oh, Locust, I'm sorry.
It's a shame those bandits came and knocked it over.
Bandits?
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. It was me. It was me. It was me. It was me. Sorry. It was me.
Why would you do something so mean?
I didn't knock it over on purpose.
I get that you're the familiar food chef down at the job site, but like, I can cook something halfway decent.
I know you can, Locust. I know. No, I was just.
Sprig, why don't you, because you were the one to knock it over, why don't you help Locust peel some new carrots?
That's a great idea. Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Locust, I'd love to help you.
Is this because I made that?
No.
I put mud in the mud pie once. I thought that's what you put in there.
That was really bad. That Locust, but we appreciate you for trying.
It wasn't that bad. There was some chocolate.
I glanced at Chyrre and Adair. It's like, yeah,
you could tell.
Right.
Okay, so I thought
we
oatmeal.
are working on recipe books now.
Oh, I thought like
Instead of
oatmeal
improvising.
has meal worms, because where else is the meal and oatmeal coming from?
No.
Let's go with those carrots. Let's go. Where are the
Are
carrots?
you telling me you guys don't like my oatmeal worm cookies?
We didn't say that.
No.
We didn't say it.
Look, mealworms are an excellent source of protein. I'm not going to. I think that's a fantastic in a pinch or for long travels type of food for some people. Not to my particular taste. I tend not to be a fan of insects in my food personally.
Oh. Well,
But I appreciate the effort you're putting in.
Yes,
I just think that
good
maybe
effort. It's good
recipe
effort,
books
Locust.
are the way to go for
I guess
your.
I kind of was
process.
inspired by some of the foods that Sprig makes for the familiars, and are we not supposed to eat those?
Oh.
Because I eat those all the time.
Oh, Locust.
Oh.
Look, Locust,
No.
if you enjoy that food and it works for you, please feel free. No one's going to come after you for the food you eat. That's,
Okay.
Your food is your business. But generally, what we are making is for familiars.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
And they often have different dietary and nutritional needs than people do.
Oh. Okay, I thought it was like familiars, like we're familiar to each other, like we know each other.
Oh. Not exactly. I can understand that.
Yeah, I see where you're coming from.
Yeah, but no,
Okay.
it's we're in different beings, really.
Yeah, Locust, what's your favorite meal? Would you say?
Oh gosh, there's so many good ones that Sprig's put out. You know, I think I'm a really big fan of the the liver dog biscuits.
Oh yeah. That's a classic.
I love that
That is-
there's raw liver chunks in there. It really gives a good mouthfeel.
And it didn't hurt your stomach to eat it?
Oh, it did, but I think that's the impurities leaving my body from eating such a wholesome meal.
Oh,
I think that's detoxing.
There's no such thing as detoxing. Toxins are a complete myth.
What?
That was your body is not designed to process raw meat.
What?
Locust, how long have you been eating my delicacies?
liver biscuits?
My like whole life.
Oh.
Yeah, like ever since I came and lived
Well, maybe you're
here.
building up a tolerance.
Wait,
did
do you
have-
guys think that's why I'm like shorter than everybody else? Am I not
No,
supposed to be eating this stuff? Is it stunting my growth?
I'm not a doctor, so it's hard for me to say.
I just make the food, you know.
Wait, but you guys are telling me, you mean to tell me right here, right now, you don't eat the delicious dog biscuits or the anchovy head cat food or the pseudo dragon surprise?
No.
Food for cats,
Especially
food for
not
dogs,
pseudo-dragon.
food for pseudo dragons, surprise for pseudo dragons.
It's in the name.
I tend to prefer people food, generally.
Oh. Okay. This kind of explains why some of the food hurts my teeth so much, because some of the like pig's ears and stuff, they're like really hard to get into, but I just thought I didn't have my grown-up teeth yet. And it's my baby teeth that are not ready to chew into it.
So, have you tried anything else before?
Well, this food is free.
Oh, that,
Sure.
Right. Would you be open to trying something else?
I guess.
What was this stew going to be made out of?
Yeah, can we ask that question really quick, Lucas?
Well, they were throwing out these parts of the chicken, and I was like, that's good beak right there. Good beak and good.
Actually, that can be worked into a broth.
Good.
So it was
starting out strong.
So it was
And we had carrots, also
chicken
strong.
beak and the thing on the top, chicken beak and wobble, and carrots.
Okay.
You have foundation there.
Okay. And no mud, nothing like that.
Oh well, I did. There's some stuff in there for the minerals that you need. So there is like some. It's like rock salt, but it's just kind of. I couldn't find rock salt, so it's just kind of the rocks that I ground up myself.
Okay.
If you beat them against each other, sometimes they create a pretty good powder that's like a salt. So it is, I guess. You know what? It is sort of a rock salt.
But it wasn't. You weren't using like salt. It's just a powder of a mysterious mineral I've come across.
It's sand.
It's sand.
Is that what
yeah.
sand is?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Okay.
You have a very bright mind, Locust.
You're very creative.
Very
Oh, thanks.
But,
Yeah. I'll lean over to Sprig and kind of just like mutter like, "Hey, I think it was a pretty good thing you might have knocked that over. That might have been really bad for us."
I try to hold in a laugh. I was like, let's try changing your diet, Locust.
Right. What if my body goes into shock because I've been eating so clean, and then I'm gonna?
That's a risk we're willing to take. Honestly, Locust.
We might be saving you.
Why don't we make maybe a vegetarian stew real quick, just to play it as safe as possible right now. So why don't we get this pot back up and then we'll start throwing some stuff in.
All right. She helps you all get the pot back up, drawing water from a nearby well, and you set it back up on the fire. And as you do, what do you put in?
Ooh.
Well, you got to start with your aromatics. So you've got your mirepoix.
What?
Get that going.
Oh, but this is such a strong smell, guys. I think this is wrong. I think your food's supposed to smell like nothing and taste like nothing.
Locust.
This
poor kid. Oh my gosh.
God, what is that smell?
Locust, hey,
Locust, please, Locust.
Let her.
It's okay.
Hey, okay. This is normal.
Normal. It smells like sulfur and.
Okay, we'll get your face out of the pot. Hold on, come on, back up a little bit.
What is that?
Don't worry about it right now. Let's kill these
That
carrots.
garlic?
Yeah.
You eat that?
Locust, I got 3 words I would love to share with you. Trust the process.
Okay.
Just trust the process.
All right.
Okay, so let's peel these carrots. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, carrots are great. She sits down next to you and she starts to peel the carrots excitedly.
Okay. Yeah. See, you're
There you go.
on the right track. Yeah.
Why
Here you
are
go.
your
I'll
pants
toss
all
in some
burned up
potatoes.
right on your butt?
Oh, I ate one of those biscuits. The cat biscuit.
Oh no.
And,
That
and
did
that's what
that?
and that's what might happen to you. That's why you shouldn't eat that. I was tasting it, and to see if and that's what happened.
But it's got that good fishy taste.
And now do you want your ass on fire?
Oh, no, I don't.
Okay, so don't eat that anymore because this could be you.
Okay, I won't.
Mhm.
But as you say this, she leans in and she goes, "So you do eat the cat biscuits?"
Shh.
Okay.
I have to taste them.
Yeah, otherwise how else do you know if the cats will like it?
Please don't eat anymore. Please.
It's got that good fishy taste.
I can make you something so much better than that and so much simpler.
Okay. Okay.
These carrots, though, right?
Yeah, they're good.
Yeah.
I'll toss in some lemongrass into the stew.
Ooh, yeah.
She gets excited. I put grass in too.
From where did you get the grass from?
Like right
Locust?
there. From right under your carriage.
Okay. That's gonna add a specific flavor to the stew.
That good grassy
That might-
taste.
It will give. That is correct. It will give it a grassy taste. The lemongrass I added is gonna give it a taste of lemon. So contrasting flavors are gonna
What's
be present
that?
in here,
What's
but
a lemon?
it's a citrus.
It's kind of tangy, zesty.
Yeah.
You want to sit with us?
Right.
We got space.
I appreciate that. I'm gonna be going back and forth a lot, honestly. So,
Okay.
but thank you.
Okay.
You know what? Actually, give me one. Jasmine, are there any other fires in our camp at all?
Yes.
I'm gonna go check in with the other fire really quickly, and I'll be right back. And I'm just gonna start setting up like a backup stew that we can kind of just like cook there, and then kind of like
Nice.
maybe do a little swapperoo.
Swap out.
Nice.
Yeah.
Fair.
Nice.
What is Maz doing as all of this is happening?
Yeah.
That's a great question.
Yeah. You notice Maz is kind of lingering by his carriage, which is near yours, like sort of where yours are assembled, but just a little bit off. He's no longer hanging out by the fire after the display put on by Sprig. He decided maybe it was best to back up. But you see him kind of like looking through his materials, which is like just a bunch of scrolls of parchment and stuff like that he set out on a makeshift table, almost like a card table. He's standing outside of his carriage and still has that same sort of look of concern and worry on his face. You do occasionally see him crack a smile whenever Locust says something particularly ridiculous.
I walk over and I say, "So, in line for dinner tonight?"
If it's
Edible?
yes, that's what I was thinking. Yeah. You see him
I sort of try
rapidly try
Get
to
a little
like,
bit of a glance
yeah.
at what he's,
Give me let's see. This is going to be, I think it's going to be a perception check as he tries to quickly cover up the parchment. And
Ooh.
yeah, as you try to catch a glimpse.
on, come on. Oh,
Man,
the critical fail cancels out the success, unfortunately. Yeah. You are not able to see exactly what the numbers are, but you are able to see that he's poring over sort of cost sheets, the cost to run the company versus the sort of the profits they're bringing in. And you see him like rapidly kind of cover it as you come over. Tries to be nonchalant about it, but it's still a little noticeable.
You don't need to cover those up, you know.
He gestures to the carriages and kind of nods over to the dilapidated, what used to be really nice housing quarters, and he goes, yeah, I guess it wouldn't take a genius to figure out that we're not doing really well right now.
No. No shocker there. But how bad is it?
They might be shutting down the whole pseudo-dragon division.
What do they need to keep it open?
I'm trying to figure that out. I don't want to see anyone from our division lose their job. And I'm going to do what I can to try to bring us in some contracts and try to keep the work flowing. I can't control what happens at the rest of the company, but I want y'all to know that I'm going to try to keep you all in a job as best I can.
Well, we appreciate that. Is there anything we can be doing to help? Other than making sure that Locust doesn't kill us all with meals.
He
Though
chuckles.
I guess that would cut the costs, wouldn't it?
He laughs as he pulls his pipe, his corncob pipe from his pocket, and carefully tamps down his like tobacco leaves and as he begins to light it, and he says, kind of puffing on it thoughtfully, there's a really important potential client coming in tomorrow. They want to survey our part of the production facilities. If they like what they see and they think we can deliver on their custom product that they're ordering, well, that contract could save our division.
What
But
product do they want?
apparently they're looking for some kind of supplier of a wolf bait or wolf food, potentially something to ward these creatures off or draw them in. I'm not sure. Whatever it is, I do know this. There's a huge company that opened up down the road near the town. They've got production facilities that can churn out a lot more than what we can. But my inside guy tells me that they don't have any actual people working there. So the quality is not great.
You can see Adair's eyes as soon as she hears about automation sort of harden.
It's going to be hard to deliver what they're asking for at prices that beat this other companies. And I just think we have to make a good impression tomorrow. Show them why they should pick us, you know? Sprig just labors over those formulas to make sure that people's pets, their found family, actually enjoy them, right? And you always make sure that our floors run the safest with minimal injuries, minimal shutdowns. As our floor supervisor, you always make sure that things run like a well-oiled machine and all the orders get fulfilled on time. And Chyrre, and he pauses.
And Chyrre is Chyrre.
To be honest, I'm not even sure what Chyrre does here.
Chyrre Chyrre, Chyrre does many things.
I think maybe they were human resources at one point, but I don't remember.
They're very good at talking to people when we need them to.
They were let go out of that position,
Chyrre's
though.
a very good liaison. So perhaps they can help us out tomorrow in that capacity.
Right.
But only if they're in the right mood to do so. Otherwise, they might end up getting us all fired. We'll make it work. We'll make sure that Chyrre is in. We'll figure it out.
Your pet Timberwolf. He's been sleeping this whole time, but now he kind of rises to his haunches and shakes off the drowsiness. And as he does, you hear the wood kind of creak and groan on his haunches.
I'll throw out a name, Barky.
Done. Barky. Barky. Yep, there you go. Wow.
Barky stretches a very long stretch and comes over and sniffs your hand, Adair, eager for dinner.
I scratch Barky's ears. It'll be ready soon, and hopefully edible tonight.
Well, I'll leave you to make preparations for the morning. I'm sure you'll get your team in line for tomorrow.
Appreciated. And thanks for letting me know.
Yeah.
Keep me posted if anything changes or if you learn anything else, and we'll find a way to keep this open.
I'm trying not to worry people too much, but
the fascination with automation, it can't last. There's nothing that connects with it, and there without the touch of people who understand, without the creativity of people, it's soulless. People can tell the difference.
I hope we can figure out a way to make it work.
I mean, would a machine come up with mealworm cookies? It's not for me, but for familiars, perhaps we have a genius chef in Locust. You never know.
Yeah. I hope you're right. I'm going to be honest with you, Adair. I've been doing this my whole life. I don't really think I know anything else. And, maybe that's the problem. Maybe I've been doing this for too long. And maybe I need to figure out a way to get people excited about pet food again.
Well, you're young. You absolutely can. I've also been doing this. Well, not this, but things similar my whole life, and I've seen it change a lot. Find the thing that you enjoy and do that if you have the time.
I think you might want to give some of that sagely advice to Sprig. I know it can't be easy seeing your family's legacy go from a roaring river down to a trickle. I know he doesn't like to talk about it, but back when the pie makers ran this place, I just, maybe this is just wishful thinking. I feel like we wouldn't have found ourselves in this position. They kind of knew how to run a business right. They did right by people. People trusted their products. And I think there's still those among us who care and want to make a living doing what we care about.
I think that's very true.
All right. Well,
it's just a question of whether that's what Sprig wants to do.
He looks over at Sprig. What is Sprig doing?
Sprig is trying to explain to Locust why we should not put this big handful of grass that Locust has in their hands in the stew. But
it tastes like lemons.
No, that's not what cherry meant. It's it's different. It doesn't taste it.
Without flinching, she takes it and puts it in her mouth.
No, don't. Oh.
She begins to chew.
Oh. Yep, there it is. So
it's got that good grassy taste we all like.
It doesn't look like. Do you like that? Your face doesn't say you like that.
Well, that's just because the texture is hard to swallow.
How does the texture taste?
I like grass.
Yummy.
I'll come back and be like, that smells so good. The pot that you are currently cooking smells so good. Sprig, do you mind checking on the other fire over there as I show Locust my new tricks that I've been working on?
Oh yeah, absolutely, sure, yeah.
Come here, Locust. All eyes on me. Focus on me. Watch this. I made a little puppet with some strings and these sticks.
Oh my gosh.
And I start to do
What
like a
kind
little
of puppet
puppet
is
show. Like a horse, like a horse out of like twigs and little strings. So I'm just like, look at this horse that I made.
I feel like Barky is completely trying to nom on the puppet the whole time.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
I feel like Barky's a chewy boy.
Oh no, Barky, please no, Barky, no. Actually, hold on, Barky. Wait, no.
She takes another handful of grass from her supply and feeds it to Barky. He needs it
Barky.
to throw up. Throwing up is really important. I throw up every day.
It's not healthy. That will
That's
ruin
not
the
health-
enamel
that's
on your
not
teeth and your
health.
esophagus. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Barky does it. When Barky gets a tummy ache, he
Barky is
eats
a dog.
grass and then he throws up.
Barky
And
is
so
a
what I
dog.
do is
You are not a dog.
I eat the cat biscuits, and sometimes that gives me a tummy ache. And so then I eat the grass, and then I get it all out.
That's a bad decisions all around.
Yeah, Lucas,
on
let's
part of that.
Yeah. What if we did things that that just felt good at no cost, where it just is like nourishment for food, or activities where like, ooh, I didn't get hurt this time, stuff like that. Like, let's try it for like a day. What do you think?
Okay. I guess.
Perfect. Great. We'll watch Barky chase the horse and don't turn around as I kind of try to make eye contact with Sprig. Let's switch the pods.
Yeah. And I'll pick up your signal, and then I will. Well, so what do you think you put in the other pot? Like just a simple short list, nothing wild.
Yeah, I think I grew up in a mountainous community, so I think that like it would have definitely some, like, I would salt it properly with proper salt, and then I want to say that this is like a really rich sort of like oregano-y stew that's just like a very hearty vegetable based stew, so like a lot of like root vegetables, stuff like that.
Right. Okay. Awesome. All right. So I'm gonna be like, hold on, and then I'm gonna like dig around in like any of the supplies that we have for anything around, and Sprig really feels like that there should be potatoes in this stew as well. And if possible, are there any potatoes that I could borrow for this stew?
You definitely have things like that in your camp.
Okay, yeah, I won't take too much, since obviously, we don't need, the stew already sounds fine, but Sprig, I want it to be like a thing where Sprig is, whenever he goes to the other pot, like by himself kind of, you see like a different side of him, like the actual like chef side, like that one that loves like what he does. But he doesn't show it that much around everyone else. but whenever he's by himself, he kind of enters a Zen mode where he's just like this just full cooking montage for only potatoes, by the way. He's already done. But yeah, that's how much he cares. He's like throwing them in the air, and like chopping them in midair. It's like just having a lot of fun with it.
Adair,
what's your chef's knife like?
Ooh.
My chef's knife. I think it's probably a very common one that you think of, but very slightly carved on the back side of it that no one can usually see the side because he's holding it. There is a pie, like the symbol, like engraved on the handle.
So like, is it like an old family knife, or that just has been worn down to look like it's a common one, like the way cast iron?
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
I love it.
But he makes sure that whenever that no one can ever see that that little symbol or sigil engraved on the bottom side of it.
And Adair,
so cool.
as the only person from this camp who's worked here long enough that you remember, Grandma Pie Maker, and when she was running the show, when you see Sprig get excited about potatoes, you see a little bit of the old lady in him.
And then we'll try the pot swapping. The pot swapping technique without Locust noticing.
Keep your eyes on me, Locust. Keep your eyes on me. As I'm making the horse kind of dance as Barky is trying to jump at it.
Amazing.
I'll walk over and try. I see what they're getting at, and I'm gonna try and help give the assist on this.
Yes.
Yes, please.
Chyrre, give me an improvisation roll, and because you're receiving help from Adair, this will be it'll be a normal difficulty instead of something that's very hard.
Ooh, okay, great.
Awesome. Thank
Normal.
you.
Here we go. I'm gonna do my normal roll here. Pay attention to me. Pay attention to me.
Hooray! Finally, success.
Yeah, she's fascinated watching you kind of like sitting down and, crisscross applesauce. She sits and just like watches you wrapped. And this gives Sprig the perfect opportunity to swap the pots. And Sprig, as you do so, you place the new pot on the fire, kind of probably pouring out the contents of the one that Locust has snuck some pretty gross things into. You can't help but look over the hills around you from the other carriages of people working at this company. The little lights as the sun begins to dip down under the horizon and the sky becomes painted with watercolors. All of the fires around you alight, and they look like fairy lights kind of dancing on the undulating waves of green. It smells like a perfect, fresh summer night, and you're excited about the prospect of what tomorrow will bring. But you also can't help but feel sad as the company property around you that has gotten smaller and smaller. You notice campsites where people have left, either let go or moved on for greener pastures. And the nearby city, meanwhile, grows larger and larger, with those lights threatening to overtake your own.
I think Sprig, sitting there kind of taking it all in, starts to ponder about if he made the right decision by doing this and not trying to continue the legacy of his family and not try to do his own thing. And he really did find a passion in making food for familiars in this company. And I think as he's just sitting there, he has very, 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 very faint memories of what this area used to look like whenever he first came here. And I think it makes him very sad that to see how much has changed And I think he gets a little self-conscious about what impact he's really making on his future, and even like Adair and Chyrre's as well. Because at this point, he's not alone per se. Like, he has life and he still has ties to his family, but he does kind of feel isolated in a sense because he's 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Not literally, but like mentally. Yeah, I think he just sits there, and I think he also finds a bit of inspiration as well to go as hard as he possibly can into not letting this crumble the way that things have gone in the past.
Adair comes and sits next to you with the bowl of stew and says, "You know, you cut potatoes exactly the same way as your grandmother did."
You know, you're the only person that I would let talk to me about that.
Well, that's why I'm telling you.
Yeah.
It's just the perfect measurement. She would use her thumb to dice them. The size, and just precisely dice them. Perfect cubes every single time.
That was
You have a
Granny.
talent for it.
Mhm. I guess you're right. I don't know. I really wanted this to work. I really want this to work. But it seems like it's all kind of crumbling around us.
It does seem that way. Tomorrow there's a new company coming in, a new client.
Oh,
So if you want to brainstorm ahead, they want something for wolves, some sort of, I couldn't find out the details, but some sort of custom product either to attract wolves or ward off wolves, or so maybe think about both options. And some twist on it that we can, produce in a quantity at a cost that's workable.
I could take some of Locust's advice and try those mealworm cookies on Barky and see what he thinks.
Absolutely, that could work. Also, I really hate that other company.
I don't think I know much about them. What is...
Well, they fired their entire staff and replaced them with automation.
Oh, not this.
And they undercut all the prices, but the product is just not nearly as good. You can't customize it the same way, and all of the things that come along with that, but just...
It's not authentic.
It tastes horrible. And you see Locust eating a can of what appears to be some gelatinous sludge inside. Oh, it's the worst. I was gonna add it to the stew, but it's gross. When I eat it, it tastes like sad, and I like my food to taste like nothing.
Give me that, please, Locust.
Do you want some? She hands it to you. The stew was taking so long.
It's not that I don't trust your palate, but if you think human food or people food tastes bad, that makes it hard to judge whether you think the automated familiar food is bad or if it's actually delicious.
I don't follow your logic at all, but I appreciate that you have it.
Fair enough.
Yeah. I appreciate your thought processes, even though
working on.
It's calculus to me. But I do like that. It's like watching a ballet.
Why don't you brainstorm some new recipes and write them down, and perhaps we could try them out in the next couple of days.
On it.
Great job.
Thank you, Locust.
If you don't finish that, make sure you give it back to me, she says, gesturing to the can that you have.
You
I love
want some?
locusts. Oh.
Will do. Will do.
Like, I see locusts going on adventures to like the 3-star Michelin restaurants and just being a blogger about it.
Yes, absolutely eviscerating.
Yes. Yeah. Just the
Pretentious
most blogger that ever blogged.
Avant-garde bullshit.
Riley Dufresne, what is this Eggs Benedict? It is neither eggs nor Benedict.
So actually, I just for context sake, I want to look at this can that Locust. What exactly is this?
You see a hastily stamped label on the can in the shape of a canary. And it says CCF underneath. On the back, there's a hastily stamped, kind of off-center on the label, picture of what appears to be the vague semblance of a karma cat. Looks something like this.
Oh,
Wow. Those are so cool.
Yeah. But it's like the silhouette of this creature.
It's called a karma cat.
Mm-hmm.
look at that.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, does that mean this is cat food? This is karma cat food?
You could draw that conclusion.
I think
Is it karma cat food or is it made of karma cats?
Jasmine, don't.
Are they? If they're that evil, I am. I was already ready to burn the building down, but like, it's done.
Jasmine, don't be cruel to us in episode 1.
Oh.
It's like a gelatinous pink sludge that's somewhat spoonable.
Spoonable, that sounds like it's for the karma cats.
Sorry,
so.
seeing your horror just makes it funny to me.
Just trying to figure it out.
Are there ingredients listed on the side?
Here, actually, let's do this. We're gonna have everyone roll for. Sorry, I should probably lean into my mic. We're gonna have everyone roll for nature, and yeah, we'll do a normal roll.
Come on. Okay.
Yippee!
Ooh.
So we've got a
Alright,
success for
alright.
Chyrre, very nice. A success for Sprig. And Adair is so upset about the company that they. As you are looking at the label, the perfectionist in you, because you have to remember how expertly you were darning or repairing your cloak. You just notice like the label is sloppily cut. The stamping is off center. It's kind of crooked. There's not a uniform amount of ink being put on the stamp, almost as though it's like kind of just been rolled across. And
This was not well managed. Nope. There was not anyone in charge of this. There was no quality control. How dare they?
The glue is applied so thickly that it actually it goes past where the paper is and kind of curls back over on the label. Like there's too much glue on it.
Yeah.
It's pooling? No.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
Yeah. And as you're examining this, Chyrre, Sprig, you recall what you know about karma cats, and you know them to be deeply empathetic creatures. And it is the reason that they're called karma cats is that it is widely considered that if you treat them well, if you treat them with respect in your lifetime, you will have fortune revisited upon you tenfold. And they roam the plains of Methys, and they do mostly keep to themselves. They're very solitary creatures.
Okay.
You know that the town nearby of Emerald Haven, you know that they sometimes try to to attract the attention of karma cats in order to attract good fortune to their homes. So sometimes they will put out food for karma cats. You assume maybe this is some attempt at that.
Okay, that makes sense. While Adair is breaking down every single problem with this can,
And not only breaking it down, probably trying to fix it.
Right.
Just like
I'm gonna motion Chyrre to come over here, next to us. Be like, I think they deserve better than this.
The karma cats?
Yeah.
oh yes, they do, unquestionably.
I think they deserve better.
Proper
than
kerning, yes, they
Yeah.
do.
this. Exactly, Adair. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Because I mean, look at this. Look at this. What is this sludge? What is this mess?
Barky comes
well-
over, sniffs it twice, and goes, and walks away.
I agree, Barky. But I
Well,
just-
what are you thinking, Sprig? What's on your mind? What are you cooking anything up?
well, one thing, if Barky doesn't like this might be great. This might be great wolf poison.
That's
That's one thing.
yeah. One karma cat's trash.
Exactly.
Interesting. Okay. Dude, hey, I hate to be this kind of person. I'm not good at the following instructions kind of thing. I'm not good at the behaving thing, and I'm not good at the keeping us out of trouble thing. But I do have an entrepreneurial mind, and I'm wondering if do you think there's some money in if folks are trying to attract karma cats of making something that actually they'll like and will bring them in?
Make something better for the karma cats and bring in more people that want fortune from them.
Yeah.
Okay. I like how you think.
I'm just
See?
saying.
I like how you think. I mean, at the end of the day, we have to do something about this company.
Yep.
'Cause I can't go back.
Making sure we don't all lose our jobs.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone
Yes.
here
Yes.
is, I think, a priority in that, at least for the time being.
I agree.
Which means tomorrow we need to be in top form.
It's been a while since presented in front of a company. Oh man, I don't know if I've got it in me still. Oh,
Hey Sprig, it's as easy as leaping over a fire.
that's not right now. Really, right now. I'll do it again.
Yeah?
No, I won't.
You won't? Are
I know
you
you
sure?
won't, because I know you want me to.
No, I actually, you know what? Now that you said it, I would love if you didn't.
See, okay, and now, all right, okay, now I have to do it. Now I want to do it.
No.
We're getting distracted. No, tomorrow.
Mhm.
Tomorrow. We've got to figure out something for wolves. Either wolf bait
Uh-huh.
or some kind of poison.
Oh.
We just have to find out what they want.
Yes.
Okay.
And Chyrre, I need you to be on top of things tomorrow. I need you to make sure this company is impressed.
You see like a distinct flash of fear go over their face. And then they kind of shake it off and the smirk returns, but it's if a smile could flicker, it's flickering. I'm sure we could get someone else to run the shop. Maybe Locust, throw Locust in,
Absolutely.
No.
Absolutely not.
It's going to be you, but you can do this. I know you can.
I mean, I know I can as well, but I mean, it's just, how, maybe put me in some other spot. Maybe, just making sure everyone's jackets are steamed or something. I don't know.
Why are you trying to get out of this?
I'm not trying to get out of anything. I'm just saying, if it's important or whatever, like, maybe have like a backup plan. I was feeling a little warm tonight, and if I wake up ill, I would want to.
What's going on?
This Locust is back with her long list of recipe ideas, kind of abruptly interrupting you all. And she's like, do you want to switch roles? Because I was going to head out at the butt crack of dawn to go do some Timberwolf studying.
I mean, I'll go.
Oh, you want to come?
I want to get some research done.
Oh, yeah. I was going to go spy on our potential client and see what they want with the Timberwolves, and also spy on the Timberwolves. So I do both sometimes.
Those both sound benefit. See, you should do this more.
That's a great idea.
But if you want me to not do that and instead impress the customer, I've been waiting for this for a long time.
No, you're a genius.
Get a load of
Getting
this
up early enough
before you decide. Get a load of this.
Mm-hmm.
Get a load of this.
Okay.
Hello, potential client. Welcome. This is our company. Here we are making so many fine qualities for you and your loved one. What fine quality we have, it is of utmost importance to us and our livelihood.
That's good.
With much consideration, we have prepared for your consumption these delicious mealworm biscuits.
Well, I don't know if we should gift them.
Consider drinking them with this green tea made of freshest grass that we have prepared this spread for you, our most honored guests. Welcome heretofore, and let us discuss many business dealings and handlings. I too have acquired many licenses in the selling and buying of products, and together through marriage, may our alliance become strong and last for many generations.
I think that's excellent, Lucas.
Yes.
Very well done. Very well done.
Very impressive stuff.
Wow.
Very impressive stuff. That's really great. And I'll lean over to Adair and go, okay, I'll handle talking to them. Very good. Very good, Adair. I mean, you can practice that with the Timberwolves tomorrow.
What
Just
did you think of the
Yeah.
smile at the end?
Amazing.
It
was there.
really set the whole thing off.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
For the marriage part, that just that would
But
Because then they're
we
trapped. They can't get out. They're stuck with us.
Of course,
It's
and
genius.
I like your game plan, but
I'll marry whoever you want me to marry over there.
Locust, we're not gonna marry you. We're not gonna marry you.
I'll do it. I'll take one for the team.
I know,
we really appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
That's
I'm open,
that's
boy,
that's
girl.
a very
I'll
generous
marry
offer.
anybody. I don't,
Your loyalty is unwavered. Thank you.
very open-minded.
I know, but
That's very good.
I'll marry any number of people to secure the deal.
That's so wonderful, Locust. Thank
Fantastic.
you. Really.
Yeah.
Genuinely,
And then they're
thank
trapped.
Yeah.
you. Yes.
Because that's what marriage is. It's a trap.
No,
and then I can entrap them.
Yeah, that thinking about marriage as a trap might not be the greatest basis for at the foundation of a relationship.
Well, that's what my dad always said.
Oh.
And he was
Okay.
trapped with
Everyone's
me and
marriage
my
is different,
mom.
but generally,
Wait, your
mutual
dads aren't
consent and
trapped
respect.
with you and your mom? They are there because nobody's there because they want to be, right? Like they're trapped there because your mom had you by accident, and then they're trapped there.
No, a lot of relationships are healthy.
Look,